The Whispering Canvas. Silas sought an escape from the city's relentless hum, a quiet balm for a mind worn thin by a high-stress past. He found it in the old house on Cedar Creek Hill, a place so profoundly isolated its silence was a physical presence. For a while it was a comfort, a deep, restorative breath. But the profound quiet began to shift. At first, it was just a faint scratching, a rustle deep within the walls at night. Silas, ever the rationalist, dismissed it as the house settling, the natural creaks and groans of age. Old houses had their quirks, after all. The scratching grew, becoming more persistent, more rhythmic, almost deliberate. Silas's nights became restless, his sleep a tattered thing. Then came the whispers, faint and indistinct, like a distant radio or a murmuring crowd just beyond the edge of hearing. The silence was no longer a comfort. It was oppressive, expectant. In the town's small library, Silas met Ilara, the local historian. He casually mentioned the house's age, and Ilara, with a knowing look, hinted at its peculiar reputation, though she quickly dismissed it as local folklore. That night, the whispers coalesced, and a distinct, sorrowful plea emerged. "Help me." Paranoia began its slow creep. Silas frantically searched for a physical cause, tapping walls, pulling up floorboards, convinced there was a logical explanation for the child's voice. He doubted his sanity, questioning if the sounds were real or merely echoes of his own unraveling mind. One night, driven to the brink, Silas took a hammer to a particularly vocal section of the wall. He broke through, expecting a small void, but instead found a vast, seemingly infinite hollow space stretching into impenetrable darkness. From within, the voices multiplied, a chorus of despair. The chilling truth dawned on Silas. The voices weren't coming from the wall, but resonating from within him. He began to feel their emotions, their fragmented memories, as if they were his own. Desperate, he returned to the library, and Ilara, now genuinely concerned, helped him delve into the house's shadowed past. They uncovered a dark history, a family who vanished without a trace, an unsolved local tragedy, whispers of a cult. The voices within Silas began to tell him their stories, each one adding a new, horrifying layer to the house's haunting. He realized they were the lost spirits of those who had disappeared. The voices grew more demanding, manipulative, urging Silas to set them free by doing their bidding. He struggled to maintain his sense of self, experiencing blackouts and finding himself in places he didn't remember. Ilara, now a full ally, discovered an ancient ritual site tied to the disappearances, the place where the ingress must occur. Silas, now a puppet of the voices, was driven towards the ritual site. Ilara raced to stop him, armed with new information. In a final, desperate mental battle, Silas fought the collective consciousness within him, struggling to reclaim his will. He had to sever his own mind from the chorus, or be lost forever. The house stands on the hill, silent once more, its secrets held tight, waiting.